Hello YouTube, Asuma here with another episode of my Hermitcraft LP. So welcome to the new map, and we have our spawn location right here opposite a mushroom biome. So we've got some mushrooms, which was a bit of a pain to try and do on SMP. Seems like they like to follow your wheat until you're near another player and then they run off in their own direction. But eventually we got captured in here, and as you can see a few other animals have wandered in here and not been able to get back out. So yeah, we've been using the mushrooms as food supply, just right clicking on them, and yeah, that's really helped us get going. And everyone's started building already, as you can see. We've got this wonderful little spawn village being built, and I think these first few houses were built by Generic B, and they're just for show or for people that need a temporary place to stay. Ah, so it turns out that this one's actually Biffa's little home, which is quite nice, made out of leaves, very creative. Oh, is that the door going crazy? Let's get out of here. Crazy door. So yeah, and then on the left we've got another building, but I don't think anyone's actually living in here. And we've got some other people on the server now as well. Static's finally joined, which is great. And his house is just up there on the hill, although I think he's still building it. And oh yeah, he's also built a smurf already, so we can use this to get lots of seeds and flowers and all of that. I'm sure you know about the smurf. And over here is Generic B's house, which is really cool. It's like a little fishing house next to the sea. It's done a really good job here. I like how Generic builds, really creative. And we'll go take a look in there quickly. Oh, goes down. Oh, it just goes to the platform below. Ah, but there's a little area here. It doesn't appear to have done anything with it yet. And then this monstrosity is my house. So when I started building a house, I thought I'd try and do something a little bit different, and it kind of went out of hand. Not sure if I really like it. It's just me trying to be, I don't know, different with my building style. So I started off by using these fence posts to use as walls to give it a different kind of look, and then I put the blocks behind it, and it just kind of went from there. So it's very open. At the back we got some basic wheat farms on either side. There's nothing automated about them, although I have considered doing something like that. And up there we've got a big viewing balcony over the ocean. So up here is pretty simple. I've got crafting benches and furnaces that I can access from below and above. We've got this nice glass floor, and yeah, we can have a good look out over the ocean. And that is a guy called Topmas. Some of you maybe know him. He's part of Minecrafted, and they do the Pimp My Minecraft series. So we're going to go have a look at his house in a moment, and I'll show you what I've got in my chest so far. We've got like, yeah, saplings, a few things like that in there. Redstone-y stuff in this chest. Swords and signs. And then my valuables in this one, you can see I picked up quite a lot of glowstone dust because I've spent a lot of time in the Nether. That one's empty, and then this is all my building blocks, and you see I've got tons of netherrack. I got stranded over the other side of a ocean of lava. Generic B gave me the coordinates. I went towards it, but I went the long way round and managed to find myself at the other side of it. Oh, and Generic runs a rent-a-cat business, and it appears that he's rented a cat to me. I'm going to call this one Garfield, which is obviously really original. So if we head up here, we've got oh yeah, a new member on the server. Obviously Static finally joined. He's been meaning to come on here for a while, and I think he's actually online at the moment, yeah. But a new member to the server. Everybody, I'm sure you all know about Corellis, and he's decided to join us on here, and he's doing a great job with a modern house already. In fact, this is really impressive. Often he builds stuff with his texture pack on. I'm not sure if he built that for this server, but even in vanilla it looks really impressive. And yeah, I haven't been here since. He's built so much since I was last here. And a bit of a caving system starting down here. I should probably go light this up for him, because Corellis keeps getting attacked by mobs, which is quite humorous, but I'm sure he finds that annoying. So yeah, this looks absolutely great. It seems like there's more of the building over here, I just don't know how to get to it. So let's go back round this way. Yes, there's another path up here. Yeah, it looks really great, doesn't it? So yeah, there's the two new members, Corellis and Topmas is the other guy. We're going to go over there and have a look at his house now. So this is Topmass's house, and I haven't actually been here yet. I've only seen it from over at my house. I've watched him build it up slowly, and there appears to be some sort of tunnel leading downwards under there, so we'll have to find out what that's about. But yeah, this looks great, and as I said, this is the guy who built or who does pimp my Minecraft, so he's obviously a good builder. So welcome to the eco centre, where quality is our motto. I like that. He's got a theme to this area, and this is really great. Very simple but nice. So I wonder what... here we go. That's the tube that I saw. And what's he got? Every other layer is a sign or something, so we can just keep breathing and make our way down slowly. And I imagine that means we can swim back up as well. Alright, this is interesting down here as well. So let's skip along here and see if he's actually built anything. But this is probably just maybe a tunnel back to the mainland. That's probably what it is. Yeah, because that was the ocean that was above us, if you saw the dripping water. And a lighting glitch. Just can't seem to break this block. Oh, there we go. I'll probably cover that back up for him as well. So that was a little tour of what we've done so far at the spawn village, and now I want to move on to what I want to do in this episode, which is in the Nether. But before we do that, I just want to say that the plans is still the same as last time. I want to get some gunpowder and sand together and make a ton of TNT, and then go blow up an island and have lots of fun doing that. But at the moment Kearshaw hasn't built his mob trap yet, so I'm going to have to give him a hand with that at some point. And we've also got to go build a new quarry somewhere and get tons of sand. So there's a lot to be done before that, so I'm going to start doing a few other things beforehand, and one of them is to do with the Nether. So last time Generic B made a brilliant little Nether hub, and he hasn't started rebuilding it yet. And I know he wants to do it, so I'm not going to do too much, but I'm going to start some work on it. And what I plan on doing is moving where this Nether portal is. So I'm going to be lowering it down quite a few blocks, and the way I'm going to do this is build a new one underneath this one. And the reason I want to lower it down is because I want to have stairs all around the Nether portal that lead up to a level above it, and that means that the room up there, when you're on one side of the Nether hub looking over to see whose base you want to go to or anything like that, the Nether portal's not going to obscure your view. So as soon as you come through it, you're going to go up some steps and into the room, and I think that'll look really good. But then I'll probably leave the rest of it until Generic B comes on, and perhaps we'll work together on it. But the next thing I need to do is go caving and use up my diamonds to make a diamond pick so I can get some obsidian. And I have considered doing it the other way, using buckets of water, but I can't do it that way because I want to build it in the Nether first. So I'm going to go build another portal under this one, and then hopefully it will sync up with the one in town. And if that works, that means I can dismantle this one that we have here. So off to caving I go. It appears that I'm on a good roll today. I just found a static skeleton farm so we can get some arrows and bone meal. Although I do think you have to stand up there to activate it and then come get your items a little bit later. But anyway, I decided that I'd use this to go find some caves. So I dig around the corner, find some iron, then I find this opening. I see the lava, so I get a bucket of water and I go put this out, and then there it is, diamonds. And I've just used the last 3 diamonds, oh, almost mind that, the last 3 diamonds that I had to make a diamond pick. So there we go, that's free. I'll get at least that back. Let's hope for more though. And I don't think anyone has a fortune pick yet, so I'm just going to harvest them anyway, and I'll probably save these ones for a fortune pick. So wait, we can mine it with iron, there's no need to waste my diamond pick. That's for obsidian. Oh, there's one more, and I'm going to stand next to it in case there's lava underneath. There we go. Okay, we're back in the Nether, and I've got my obsidian with me so we can build the new portal. And in case I didn't quite make it clear, because I want to have the Nether portal lower down, at the moment it's level with all the ground around it, and that means that we're going to build stairs going up, and then we're going to have a big floaty structure up here. So by building it down below, I hope that the building will be more level with this land, and then it would look a lot better from outside. So yeah, that's why I chose to build it down here, but I've got the obsidian blocks, so now we can do it. We've got the 2 in the middle there, one either side. I got 14 blocks so that we could do a proper one, even though you don't need the blocks on the corner. Oh no, I hear a ghast. Well, that's not good, is it? And oh, I didn't pick up a flint and steel. There's one round the corner though, so that shouldn't be too much of a hassle. And I'm getting fired at. Can't even see it. Let's take that. Oh, it's real close. Come on. Let's try and hit it. Come on. Oh god, that's too close. Oh god, I'm in a right bit of trouble now. Damn it. I still want to try. Where did it go? Come on, come on. Oh, he's not going to fire. Okay, I suck at that. I got one earlier on the server, so I thought I'd try again. But no, I can't do it. Anyway, let's light up this Nether portal, and I should probably eat before as well. And let's see where this goes. Ah, that's brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted. So now it's linked to this one. Let's see what happens when we go back through. Yep, it's now linked to this one, so we can dismantle the one above, and now we've got a new portal at this level. That's good. But dismantling... where is it? Oh, that went right past me. Dismantling the one above is going to be a bit of a pain at the moment because of that ghast, so I'll do all of that off camera. I've got my supplies together, and now I'm ready to start building the Nether Hub. So what I'm going to be doing is digging away all of this netherrack and then creating a small platform around the portal. And then that's going to lead up to... oh dear. It's going to be quite difficult with these ghasts hunting me. There's two of them out there. But yeah, we're going to be building that up to the height of the portal, so that means the rest of the room will be able to look over the portal and see to the other side of the room. And I'm also going to be joined by... blimey now, that is really stalking me. Yeah, I'm also going to be joined by Biffa. I've just been speaking to him on Skype, and we're going to build this together. Then I'll show you it when it's done, and then we're going to be going on a little bit of an adventure because we want to hunt down a fortress, and they're very difficult to find on here. I know Generic B and Static have both found fortresses, but we're going to go off in our own direction and look for one of our own. So we've got that to look forward to. But anyway, I'm going to get on with building this now, and Biffa will be joining me in a moment. I've just started to edit the footage of me and Biffa playing together for this episode, and it turns out that my frap settings must have changed without me doing anything, because it didn't record Biffa on Skype, and that's really frustrating. Like I said, I didn't even change anything and it decided not to record this time, so I can't show you... oh, instant rain. So I can't show you any of the adventures that we had. We went looking for a fortress and we found what we think was Hypnotized or Red Eyes' base, and we played a little prank on them, and we also went and checked out Biffa's base, but I can't really show you any of that. So what I thought I would do instead is go around and show you all the other people's bases and what they're like at the moment, and I'm sure you'll be able to find the adventure that me and Biffa had on his channel, because he'll be putting up an episode soon, and I know that he recorded it, and hopefully he didn't have the same trouble I did. So yeah, if you want to find out what happened, I'm sure it'll be in Biffa's episode soon. So first of all, I'm going to show you what we built in the Nether. We didn't really get too much done because we were constantly being attacked by ghasts, and we had to build this shield around the portal as well. But these were the steps we started building, leading up in different directions, and this one over here we actually finished. This is the height of the room that we want to have to go around in a circle like this, connecting up all the 4 different pathways. Let's take care of this magma cube, and then all of that cobblestone will be gone, and you'll be able to see straight over the top of the portal and see what's on the other side of the room. So the room is going to end up being quite big, but we had to stop construction on it for the moment because of these ghasts, and in fact we had about 7 of them spawned at once, but they're actually kind of helping us get rid of all this netherrack as well. So I'm going to have to wait until I've got lots of arrows together so that we can kill them while they're attacking us. But anyway, I want to go have a look at Biffa's base, and this little staircase that I'm trying to make my way down to get to his, if I can actually concentrate when I'm getting shot at. there we go, there it is. Had a bit of a, I don't know what to call it really, a bit of a adventure if you like. I was trying to climb up the staircase and there were so many ghasts firing at me that I actually had no way to get out. They had blown up all of the staircase while I was standing on it, and eventually I managed to make my way out of there, but I got really hurt, so that was a bit of fun, but fortunately I can't show you that because it didn't record properly. I've reached the end of the tunnel to Biffa's base, and out here in the Nether he has a couple of trees growing, which I thought was a nice touch. But through that portal is his base, and his base is on an island at the moment in the middle of an ocean, and there's a couple of other islands around it, but he's going to remove them with some TNT, which I'll be able to help him with because I'm getting lots of it for myself. And he was telling me about the base he wants to build, so I'll build a little pillar up here so we can have a look. But the base that he wants to build is going to be like a perimeter style, except he's going to have a circle going around. He said it wouldn't be too big, but sort of the distance I'm pointing at, and then he'd make that out of glass and have a giant bowl, and in the bowl he's going to build all of the base and mob traps and farms and all sorts of things like that. So there's one of the other islands, and there's another one around here as well. There it is. So they'll need blowing up. And that marker over there is where the end portal is, and that's where he's going to be building part of his base in the fortress that's underneath here. So I'm going to hop in that boat and head over to the end portal. So I swam over to the pillar, and that should be the entrance to the end portal because it's the way that me and Biffa came out, and he put that portal there. He put that pillar there. But I couldn't seem to find the hole in the ground, and then I went into the stronghold and got lost, so that seems like a bit of a lost cause. But what we'll do is we'll go around and have a look at some other people's bases like Kirshars and Hypnos and Red Eyes, and see what all of them are up to. So I went and had a look at other people's bases, but there really wasn't enough to show, and there's something else that I want to do anyway. But as I made my way back into town, I noticed this new building, and I'm not sure who built it because I couldn't find a sign around it, but I think it's Topmas, the guy who built that over there. I'm pretty sure I saw him working on it at some point. But yeah, it's finished now and it looks really nice. I love this little open bit with the floor and the table and chairs, and then inside it's pretty simple with a nice bedroom upstairs. But yeah, really nice little house that. But anyway, what I want to be doing is modifying the arrow farm that Static built. So we'll go over there and have a look at it, and then I'll explain how I'm going to modify it. But the main problem with it at the moment is that it's an AFK mode, but you have to go and collect your drops from a different location that you stand in. Anyway, it's just over here, so I want to modify it, and I think this here is the spawn room, like the dungeon, so I'm going to have to go in there and disable it at some point. And then just here there's that water flow is where the skeletons get pushed out of, and they stand here and then they push each other down into that hole. So when you stand here you're activating it, but then when you go down the bottom you're out of range, and down here is where they fall down and the drops land. So as I said, I want to make it so that you can AFK and not have to keep going down there every 5 minutes to collect your drops. So I'm going to modify this, and the first thing I'm going to do is go in there and disable the spawner. So I'm going to have to break in, fight off all the skellies and try and disable it. So I disabled the spawn trap by breaking some holes in the wall and placing torches everywhere, and it's a good thing I did that because the alternative was to fight the water stream and make my way into the spawn room that way, and it turns out that all the water leads to this point and then the water stream goes back that way underneath this, so it would have been a real difficult task. But what I'm going to do is where the water stream ends, I'm probably going to drop it down one block so it extends and continues going out in this direction, and then I'm going to add a drowner trap. So as the skeletons move into the trap, they'll get sucked up into it like a mob evator, where they'll drown and then their items will fall down and just drop back into the stream that's heading in the same direction. So the other side of that is where we'll stand and collect the items, and then that way we should be able to use it as a AFK farm. So I've lowered this stream down by 2 blocks here, and I'm not sure if this will cause any problems, like perhaps the skeletons will move this way quickly and then they'll fall down and take a little bit of damage, but I think that's very unlikely. In fact, if they take damage, that's almost a good thing, because it means they'll drown. yeah, I'll tell you what, yeah, they're going to drown quicker if they've already been damaged. So I'll just remove those blocks back there completely, and then they can just drop down a bit further. Now when the skeletons fall down, they should take a little bit of damage, but just to make the chances even bigger, I think I'm going to put a fence post underneath that. And then what we're going to do here is place a couple of blocks about here, and then there's a 2-block gap underneath for the skeletons to pass through. Then on the other side we're going to have a sign about here, so we've got like 2 blocks, a sign, and then 2 water blocks, and then 3 blocks like this. So the skeletons can't pass all the way through, but they can get caught in the mob evator trap. They'll get sucked up into that, they'll drown, the items will drop down back into the stream, and we'll hop down here and pick them up. So I'm doing a lot of this by memory because I've made one of these traps before, and I know there's some sort of problem to do with the 2-block gap here. So that's the height of the mob, but it's in water, so it might be bobbing up and down and be a little bit higher. So to counteract that, I've put a half slab here, and then that'll hold back the water in this block. So now what I'm going to do is place 2 blocks of water and put 3 blocks this side, and then the trap should be finished. So it would appear that this works. Oh, glitchy mob. But yeah, I've got loads of bones and arrows so far, and I think those glitchy mobs are proof that it's working, because that tends to happen when they're getting caught in the same area together. They do this weird glitchy thing, and that's them getting caught in the drowning trap, I think. So yeah, it definitely works. I've been standing here for a while, and there you go, over a stack of bones and arrows as well. And last time I was using a trap on Kearshaw's one to get gunpowder, I got killed, and someone pointed out in the comments the reason why is because I was standing in water, and that counts as swimming, so my hunger deteriorates over time, whereas if I'm just standing still like this, it won't. So I've added this sign to break up the water, and that means that I can stand here and collect arrows and bones. So now I can use that farm and get loads of arrows together, and then when we next go to the Nether, I'll be able to take care of those ghasts, and we can finish building our portal hub room, whatever you want to call it. And there you go, there's the spawn room deactivated. That's all we have time for this episode, and I'm really sorry about the adventure that me and Biffa had not being in the episode. There you go, I guess I need to double check my settings before I ever record. But Biffa's on the server at the moment, and I've just been talking to him. He's going to have his episode out either today or tomorrow, and I'll put a link in the video description to his episode, so you might want to check and see if it's there. He's uploaded it when you're watching this, if you're interested in seeing what we got up to. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.